Hello everyone. Let's talk about garden vignettes today. I have 4 that I would like to show you. Maybe you can get some ideas and inspiration from the 4 spaces. Each one is kind of unique in its own way. All right, so this is the first vignette. I'll try to talk louder because the AC unit is on, just turned on. So these are gardenias and they serve both as a hedge and together with that Japanese cedar, I believe it's a cryptomeria, together they serve as a screen as well. The hedge here is to help define this area right here between this area and the inflation garden or the hillside garden down below. They work well as a nice hedge over here, and right now they are popping because of the blooms that they have. So let's go to the other side and we'll show you what is meant by them serving as a screen also. So let's see, try not to move the camera too fast. So you can see, if we're standing here, they kind of help to screen whatever's on the other side. And this Japanese cedar has put on some good growth. So right now it is actually blocking the neighbor's house. So you really can't see, so it gives it more of a privacy when you're standing on this side. Just a beautiful vignette right now, both from this side, although the Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia has been pretty floppy because of the constant rain that we've been having. And this season, it has been a wet spring so far. So even with it looking floppy, that Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia, it still looks beautiful. And just know that every garden is different. What I considered beautiful might not be somebody's taste, but I feel like in our garden space here, it's kind of hard to get it to look immaculate because we have tall trees, we have wind, so things are always falling, going and coming over here. So our garden space here is more of a rustic garden with some formality to it. So I try to keep it kind of like I like the traditional formal garden look mixed in with the rusticness of where we are. And then also there's a mix of cottagey in there as well. So anyway, let's look at the second vignette over here. You'll notice that there are containers here, and also there's a repurposed container right there. And it started off with the opening being on the other side to kind of hide it. But when I noticed that the hosta was coming through and it seemed like it needed more space, that's when the idea to turn it to this side with the opening here so the hosta can just do its thing. So I think it turned out beautifully. So if you have broken containers, try to see if you can reuse and recycle it and repurpose it in a different way, which it has been done here. So this is a Cuba japonica, and I believe this is hosta First Frost. Beautiful. And there's some heuchera right there, more hosta, and that very big fern right there. So this idea came about because this garden, the whole garden, just needed some garden rooms. So what I have here, it's very open. It's kind of like an open garden, kind of like an open concept home. I love that. But with with a garden, you want to create some kind of mystery and some kind of privacy so you can enjoy one space from one space to another. So slowly I have been trying to create rooms within the garden. That is a challenge with this garden because it's basically from scratch. So just waiting on plants to get bigger, the plants that should be getting bigger, like, you know, like the trees, bigger trees and smaller trees, but right now they're still little, but slowly they're coming along. So just looking at an overview of this area, you can kind of see what effect I am going with or I'm going for, because without these containers, the area beyond would be so open. There would be no delineation or not, there's not any separation between this space and that space. So you can see that without all these containers, you could see everything right here and all around here as well. Some of these plants might end up being planted in the ground here. For example, the hydrangea, just seeing how it looks this year, but more likely it's going to be planted somewhere around here. And haven't decided with this yet, but it might be here as well. It might get removed. With the Japanese maple, I would like to just have it in a container is what I am thinking. But you know, it could change, but definitely would like to have something here to create a room between this space going this way and going that way. And also hoping that by having all of these plants here, they would help one another, and by doing that they will provide shade or shadow to the hostas and all the ferns. So far the hostas are doing great, but come summer when we get a lot of heat, they might not look this great if these guys are still the way they are right now. The one disadvantage is that with all the containers and the wall here, there could be a lot of heat radiating from, you know, the hard surfaces. We'll let you know how these guys will turn out and if they will help protect each other or one another. So this is a new creation for me, and I think it's a great idea to start off with containers because you could always move them around, you know, like change out plants until you get the right composition for yourself. For right now, I am enjoying seeing all the beautiful plants here and seeing this beautiful ground cover. It just makes this area a lot more interesting. Can you just imagine what this area would look like once the plants have gotten some height and some width to them? So looking forward to seeing this area develop. Just give you a before of what this space looks like right now. All right, so the next vignette that I would like to show you is just in front of me here. Didn't have to move far. And I forgot to mention, all of these vignettes are in the front garden. So let's go ahead and show you this one. All right, so the first unique thing about this vignette compared to the other two is that there's a vertical interest offered by this beautiful clematis. And I do not know the variety of this one, but look at how beautiful the blooms are. There are a few more right there. Just imagine if the whole fencing, or I don't know, this is an arbor thing, that if it were to be completely filled, you wouldn't see what's beyond this area anyway. So that's the one unique thing about this one. And I love that I have vertical interest here, and that's the thing that is missing from this garden as well. There's not a lot of vertical interest, at least not so many right now. You go down, you get to see something fun. I got that at a thrift store, and I just thought it was beautiful. It says, "I love you to the moon and back. Love, Ella." So Ella did that. You notice that there are 2 broken terracotta pots that have been repurposed, and they are housing the sedums and sempervivum, these 2 right here. And look at this cute clematis leaves just peeking through here. And kind of like the same repeat of plants over here. More sempervivum, more sedum. Look at this fun thing. That is something that you can create in your own garden as well. And it makes it more casual on this side, less formal. That means the front part on the other side, it is a little bit more formal. So you can see the clematis right here, or right there. It has covered up that fencing, is going up there as well. So this area is just so beautiful right now. It just gives it, you know, some character to this otherwise would have been a boring space. So by putting something here, it gives it, it elevates it. And then just imagine when the Jubilation Gardenia blooms are going to be coming out. It's just going to make this area even more beautiful with blooms cascading down. And this area right here, if you look further or farther out, you'll see that it's also getting a borrowed view from the Japanese maple in the background there. So I just love this area for its funness, casualness, you know, the way that the recycled items have been given new life, new purpose, and the pots, I think, are even more beautiful than they, you know, would have been just standing upright. Finally, we come to the very last garden vignette, and it's in the very front corner of our front garden over here. And it is looking the most beautiful this season ever. So it started off with just, you know, just having gravel here, and in fall of 2021 decided to expand the garden bed or beds, and I think it was in February or maybe earlier, decided to add this front garden bed right here, and it's coming along beautifully, and we're getting some shadow right now. So I know some of you might not agree that it looks beautiful, but from where it started, it has gone through a great transformation. So this was installed this winter. These guys were put in here in the fall of 2021, and some of these were put in the same time as these guys. So I cannot remember when the rosemary was put in there, but I would say around 2021, 2022, around that time. So if I stand up, you can see I am actually on a hill, so it looks like, you know, as you can see, it could use some height to kind of separate that space from this space. Look at how beautiful these oak leaf hydrangeas are. These are Semi's Beauty oak leaf hydrangeas. It has put on some good growth over here, both of them. So you can see if I were to be standing here, it is doing a good job right now by screening the area, that area right there. I think in a couple of years they will do a better job, and we probably will not be able to see the umbrella, or maybe a little bit of the umbrella. So right there, looking forward to that. Now if we come this way, you can see what I'm about to say, that you're standing here and what do you see? Well, you can see everything. So that is not what I would like it to be. A garden should have some kind of mystery, some kind of room creation, so you don't feel like you're seeing every single thing. So, and the good news is there are plants here that will get some size, like this native azalea. It's supposed to be a big shrub that could turn into a small tree. So the two bigger stems are up there, debating whether to trim or prune those back or not. I have not done that because I needed some height. So anyway, and this is a Panago hydrangea. This is the hydrangea tardiva. So this one should get some size as well and fill up this space. And not noticeable here, but this is ruby slippers, or is it slipper or slippers? Oak leaf hydrangea. So this will get some size as well. Same with this Acuba japonica. It is a slow grower, but it will get some size as well. So these guys are just taking their sweet time, and that's why this space right here seems a little bare right now. But they will get some size, hoping in 2 to 3 years this space will look a lot different. So the plants here, they are going to create some kind of screen for the back area, and will create a hedge in the front as well. And what makes this area beautiful also is the fact that this space right here is more filled up with plants than in the previous years. Last year, not so much, but this season, the ferns have gotten bigger, and these heucheras were added in the fall, not in the fall, in the winter. Same with this, I believe this is variegated carex. I have a few of them here that were divided and planted here. And of course, the Angelina sedum. This one was the yew. This was the spreading plum yew. It was moved from where the berm garden is right now. Hoping that this one will be filling up this area really well. And look at how big this hosta is over here. Probably need to add more hostas over here. I even have some, I think maybe one lamb's ear right there. So I didn't have a theme of what to put here. Just wanted the ground to be covered with ground covers because it would get pretty weedy over here. And eventually plants will be put here where the fabric liners are, or fabric liner is. thinking of putting another little lime right there and maybe another one right there. Haven't decided exactly of what to do, you know, completely with this area, but something will be put here so you're not seeing the fabric liner. So again, this area is considered a beautiful vignette right now because it's more filled up with plants. We got some border plants coming along. This bed was put in to kind of break up the fabric liner a little bit so it's not just all dark right there. And this is a little vignette in itself with containers. All right, so after seeing all the different vignettes, what do you think? If you did enjoy the video, I hope you found something that was helpful for you. Even if you did not like, you know, what has been done here, hopefully you're able to say, you know, I'm not going to try that in my own garden, which is fine. That means you got something from this video as well, because as mentioned, everybody's taste is different. What I considered beautiful might not be what somebody else considered beautiful. But I have yet to be in a garden that I did not like, because every garden is unique and it has a touch of the gardener's personality, and that's what makes it special. So I think that is it for this video. So thank you so much for watching this one, and until the next one, take care and bye for now. Well, thank you again for watching the video. If you would like to support my channel, please subscribe and watch some of the other videos. The video links are up above for you. So with that, thank you so much in advance. Take care and bye for now.